in the latest, we are getting information on how Air India has found no issues in Boeing fuel switches. Air India has inspected all the Boeing planes, is what it has said. Earlier, Air India had claimed that there were no technical snags. Fuel switch check that had happened after aviation watchdog order that the DGCA had asked Air India to do. And now Air India is saying that there are no issues in the fuel lock mechanism. Mystery that continues to fuel as far as the fuel switches are concerned, that may have led to the Ahmedabad air crash of the Air India Dreamliner. The big question being who or what led to the fuel cut to the engines. Let me cut across to Amit Bhardwaj joining us live on the broadcast. Amit, give us details of what Air India is saying, that there is no issue in Boeing's fuel switches.
That's true, sir. Air India had started the inspection of its fuel control switches on 12th of July itself, the day when AAIB had put out the prelim report, the initial report into the AI 171 crash. And on July 14th, the DGCA came up with an order that the fuel control switches of Boeing 787, that is the Boeing Dreamliner, as well as Boeing 737 has to be conducted. For all operators, this particular order was issued, and Air India was already in the process of conducting this particular inspection. So what we are given to understand that the order has not only been followed for the Boeing 787, which is the fleet with Air India, but also for 737, which is the fleet with Air India Express, the subsidiary of Air India. And what we are given to understand that Air India is now claiming that they have found no issues with the lock mechanism of the fuel control switches, and this has been duly informed to the regulator as well. Now, why this was a pretty important exercise that was being carried out by Air India is that in the AAIB report, the entire focus was on as to how the transition happened with the fuel control switches right after the takeoff of AI 171. It transitioned from run position to cutoff, which led to the tragic crash of AI 171. And on 14th of July, in order to make sure that this kind of situation does not occur on any of the fleet of Boeing 787, which is operational in India, as well as 737, the entire inspection was being carried out. Now, Air India is claiming that there is no problem even with the lock mechanism of the FCS. Back to you.
Many thanks for getting us those details, but we wait and watch what the full report on the Ahmedabad plane crash will reveal. And while it has been a huge concern to whether the fuel switches were faulty, with Air India saying that is certainly not a concern, how will that impact further investigation? For the moment, we'll shift our focus.